Welcome to today's lecture on ancient societies on the Mediterranean. Long before the rise of classical Greece and Rome, the shores and islands of the Mediterranean were home to remarkable civilizations that shaped the course of history. Among these were the Hittites, the Phoenicians, and the Minoans, three cultures whose innovations, trade networks, and artistic achievements left an enduring legacy across the ancient world. In this lecture, we'll explore the Hittites, masters of Anatolia and formidable rivals of Egypt, known for their advanced use of iron and their influential legal codes. We'll journey to the bustling ports of the Phoenicians, renowned seafarers and traders whose alphabet laid the groundwork for many modern writing systems, and we'll step into the vibrant world of the Minoans on the island of Crete, whose palatial architecture, vivid frescoes, and mysterious scripts hint at a sophisticated society thriving amid the waves of the Aegean. By examining these civilizations, we'll see how cultural exchange, technological development, and artistic expression intertwined across the Mediterranean, creating connections that would resonate for centuries to come. Let's dive in and uncover the stories of these fascinating peoples. The Minoan civilization flourished in the Middle Bronze Age, from 2000 to 1450 BCE, on the island of Crete, located in the eastern Mediterranean. With their unique art and architecture and the spread of their ideas through contact with other cultures across the Aegean, the Minoans made a significant contribution to the development of Western European civilization. Labyrinth-like palace complexes, vivid frescoes depicting scenes such as bull leaping and processions, fine gold jewelry, elegant stone vases, and pottery with vibrant decorations of marine life are all particular features of Minoan Crete. The archaeologist Sir Arthur Evans was first alerted to the possible presence of an ancient civilization on Crete by surviving carved seal stones worn as charms by native Cretans in the early 20th century CE. Excavating at Knossos from 1900 to 1905 CE, Evans discovered extensive ruins which confirmed the ancient accounts, both literary and mythological, of a sophisticated Cretan culture and possible site of the legendary labyrinth and palace of King Minos. It was Evans who coined the term Minoan in reference to this legendary Bronze Age king. Evans, seeing what he believed to be the growth and decline of a unified culture on Crete, divided the island's Bronze Age into three distinct phases, largely based on different pottery styles. Early Bronze Age or Early Minoan, from 3000 to 2100 BCE, Middle Bronze Age or Middle Minoan from 2100 to 1600 BCE, and Late Bronze Age or Late Minoan from 1600 to 1100 BCE. The Bronze Age began in Crete around 2700 BCE, when several localities on the island developed into centers of commerce and handiwork. This development enabled the upper classes to continuously practice leadership activities and to expand their influence. It is likely that the original hierarchies of the local elites were replaced by monarchist power structures, a precondition for the creation of the great palaces. Around 1700 BCE, there was a large disturbance in Crete, possibly an earthquake or an invasion from Anatolia. The palaces at Knossos, Phaistos, Mallia, and Katozakros were destroyed, but with the start of the Neopalatial period, the 17th and 16th centuries BCE, population increased again, palaces were rebuilt on a larger scale, and new settlements sprung up all over the island. This period represents the apex of Minoan civilization. The influence of the Minoan civilization outside Crete has been seen in the evidence of valuable Minoan handicraft items on the Greek mainland. It is likely that the ruling house of Mycenae was connected to the Minoan trade network. After circa 1700 BCE, the material culture on the Greek mainland achieved a new level due to Minoan influence. Connections between Egypt and Crete are also prominent. Minoan ceramics are found in Egyptian cities, and Minoans imported several items from Egypt, especially papyrus, as well as architectural and artistic ideas. The Egyptian hieroglyphs served as a model for Minoan pictographic writing, from which the famous Linear A and Linear B writing systems later developed. There has also been evidence of Minoan influence among Canaanite artifacts. The religion of the Minoans remains sketchy, but details are revealed through art, architecture, and artifacts. These include depictions of religious ceremonies and rituals, such as the pouring of libations, making food offerings, processions, feasts, and sporting events like bull leaping. Natural forces and nature in general manifested in such artworks as voluptuous female Mother Earth goddess figures and male figures holding several animals seem to have been revered. Palaces contain open courtyards for mass gatherings, and rooms often have wells and channels for the pouring of libations, as previously noted. As already mentioned too, bulls are prominent in Minoan art, and their horns are an architectural feature of palace walls and a general decorative element in jewelry, frescoes, and pottery decoration. Dramatic rural sites such as hilltops and caves often show evidence of cult rituals being performed there. Linear A is an ancient writing system used by the Minoan civilization. Characterized by horizontal lines organized in square fields, Linear A differs from many contemporaneous writing systems by relying on abstract lines and strokes instead of pictorial symbols. Primarily associated with administrative and religious functions, this writing system remains undeciphered despite extensive scholarly efforts since its discovery in the early 20th century. The Minoans, known for their maritime trade and cultural innovations, used Linear A alongside other writing systems, including Cretan hieroglyphs and later Linear B, which is linked to the Mycenaean civilization. While Linear B was deciphered in the mid-20th century and identified as an early form of Greek, no successful attempts have been made to connect Linear A with any known language. The decline of Linear A around 1450 BCE coincided with significant cultural shifts on Crete, leading to the dominance of Linear B and the eventual collapse of the Minoan civilization. The mystery surrounding Linear A continues to intrigue researchers, highlighting the complexities of ancient Mediterranean cultures. The Minoan culture began to decline circa 1450 BCE following an earthquake, the eruption of the Thera volcano, or another possible natural catastrophe. Several important palaces in locations such as Malea, Tylissos, Phaistos, Hagia Triad, as well as the living quarters of Knossos were destroyed, but the palace in Knossos seems to have remained largely intact. The preservation of this palace resulted in the dynasty of Knossos spreading its influence over large parts of Crete until it was overrun by Mycenaean Greeks.